Peace and blessings, soul family. I love you all. Hope everyone's doing well. It's going to be part 3 of Ajna Chakra. Alrighty. Attributes of the Ajna Chakra. The Ajna is the seat of the mind, the purified buddhi, subtle intelligence. When this chakra is awakened, fickleness of the individual mind is dispersed. Attachment, the cause of lack of discrimination and ignorance, fades away. The mind becomes a perfect instrument. Ajna Chakra is the center of wisdom. It represents the level of awareness where one begins to see and realize the hidden essence behind all visible things. It is the center of intuition where one tunes in with the underlying essence rather than manifested forms. When Ajna is awakened, the meaning and significance of symbols flashes into one's conscious perception. Ajna Chakra represents the level of revolutionary knowledge. Ajna is a center of extrasensory perception. Siddhis, sacred powers, arise according to one's samskaras, mental tendencies. One can experience clairvoyance, vision of faraway events. One can detect the real meaning of ideas of a person who is speaking, independent of what is being spoken. Ajna Chakra is the center whereby one can communicate without speaking. It is the center of the direct mind-to-mind thought transference. Various siddhis can arise according to the propensities of the individual, but one should not become attached to these siddhis. One should treat them as one would treat a plague, very warily. Attachment to siddhis is a great obstacle on the path to wisdom. This block is called Rudra Granti, the knot of Shiva. It applies especially at the level of Ajna Chakra. This hurdle of attachment must be transcended. One must pierce this psychic block with the axe of inner detachment. When the Ajna Chakra is awakened, Sankalpa Shakti, the willpower, becomes very strong. Mental resolves are almost automatically translated into fruition, providing that they are in accordance with individual dharma. This chakra is also the center where one begins to gain more control over prana. In fact, this chakra is important in the yoga technique of prana vidya, psychic control and healing. Ajna is the distributive center where one transmits prana to specific areas of the body. Ajna Chakra is the center where Ida and Pingala meet and merge together to become one. That is, the outside and the inside environments become one reality. Opposites are harmonized into a unified whole. One functions in the Sushumna tube. Ajna is the witnessing center. One becomes the unmoving witness of all events, including those of one's own mind and body. Though involved passively or intensely in the play of life, Leela, one merely observes. One functions at the balance point where there is both intercommunication with the depths of one's own being and the interaction with the outer world. When Ajna awakens, one begins to perform real karma yoga without expectation, selfishly and with the perfection. Intuition becomes the predominant in one's actions. Actions of the mind and body become perfect responses to given situations. The ups and downs of the mind body will less and less affect one's being. They will gradually be seen as some external to the inner core of one's nature. Life will carry on as usual, but more harmoniously and with greater wisdom. The body and mind will be seen to follow its own inclinations in the way that they were designed. Ajna Chakra represents the elevated level of awareness. In Sanskrit, it's called Tapaloka, the level where the vestiges of one's imperfections are burned away. And I'm going to read this last little paragraph up here. Ajna Chakra is widely associated with the planet Jupiter, for this planet represents the guru. In the Vedas, Ajna is symbolized by Brihaspati, the guru of the Devas. It is also interesting that in alchemy, the metal tin represents Jupiter, the guru, and wisdom. The metal copper symbolizes the planet Venus and devotion. This devotion is that of the disciple. The combination of these two metals, tin, guru and wisdom, plus copper, the disciple's devotion, produces the well-known alloy bronze. This bronze is the metal initiation and the link between guru and disciple. This link arises most directly at Ajna Chakra. Okay. Ajna Chakra. Solar and lunar energies meet and mix in the sixth chakra, combining the following principles. earthliness, liquidity, conscious, neutrality, austerity, violence, and spiritual devotion. The Agya Chakra dissolves duality, allowing us to stop seeing good and bad, to cease differentiating between I and you, until we can accept the greater unity within the cosmos. Here we might draw upon the third eye or inner sight to peer through reality into the truth underneath. Here lies the third Granthi, or knot. It is the Rudra knot of Itara Lingam, illustrated as luminescent white lightning. Through its energy, we are provided the opportunity to see everything as sacred and holy. Shiva, the Lord of Destruction, governs in the sixth chakra. He controls the subtle mind, therefore teaching us how to control our desires and compulsions. Hakini Shakti rules with him as the gatekeeper of the third eye. An aspect of the Kundalini Shakti, she has 6 heads which represent enlightenment, thought control, concentration, meditation, superconscious concentration, and undivided attention. She gives the drink of nectar, soma, the liquid of immortality, to those she favors. Agya is represented by the downward pointing triangle within a circle. There are only 2 petals in its lotus. It is transparent and made of light, for its purpose is to help us see clearly. The mantra to this divine bij is Om, which connects the beginning and end of all things. This chakra is not associated with a specific element or animal representative, although some connect it with the black antelope, a carrier of light. Sometimes the Agya is called the center of the supreme element, the light that generates all other elements. As such, it is usually considered to hold the seed syllable Om, as depicted in figure 511. Some sources describe it and with a different syllable. Mentally, the Agya relates to our cognitive and sensory faculties. It is here that we move beyond concrete and mundane information to formulate abstractions and higher thoughts. Therefore, one of the primary roles of this chakra is to bridge the subtle realms, governing the koshas, or 2 sheaths, that form the entirety of the subtle body, the Sukshma Sharira. We can now discover our true selves and set out upon a journey that creates a desirable future. So other names going to be Bru Madhya and Dwadala Padma. The meaning of the name is command at point between the eyebrows. Bura means eyebrows, and Madhya means in between, also called 2-petal lotus. The main aspect, perception and self-realization. The location above and between the eyebrows. The related organs is the medulla plexus, pituitary gland, and eyes. The symbol, lotus with 2 large petals, one on each side around the circle that contain a downward pointing triangle. The color of the chakra is purple or indigo. The gross element is light. The subtle element is the supreme element, and all other elements are present. The color of the element is transparent. The sound of the element is Om. That's the Bij mantra. The carrier of the seed sound. Some say no, others black antelope, a vehicle for the gods of the winds. It has 2 petals. The predominant sense is neutral. The sense organ is the mind. The action organ is the mind. The vital breath, there's no pranavayu, but a harmonic convergence. The cosmic realm or plane is Tapasloka, the plane of austerity, home of the blessed. Hakini Shakti with 6 heads, who represents perfected meditation as a goddess. Shiva, the god of destruction and the divine dance. Shiva is partnered with the feminine. The rolling planet is Pisces. What the heck? Pisces, that's weird. Guess it's, whatchamacallit. The lingam is the Itara lingam and the Granthi of Rudra. When unlocked, it maintains the changes made by the Kundalini. Agya is considered to be the gross, concrete element carrying instead a supreme element that serves as a foundation of all elements processed in the lower chakras. Peace and blessings. I love you guys.